How tragically did Tai Nanhe die? Why didn't Luo Feng kill the ninth princess to avenge him? Bound by chains, Tai Nanhe's fate was sealed, yet Luo Feng did not avenge him by killing the ninth princess. As a slave purchased by Luo Feng, Tai Nanhe was undoubtedly the most outstanding among his current servants. It was because Luo Feng participated in the Universe Apprentice Mercenary Assessment, which had only a 10% survival rate, that Tai Nanhe reappeared before everyone. Initially, everything seemed to be moving in a positive direction, but unfortunately, they were deceived by Master Wu, leading to the extermination of Tai Nanhe by the ninth princess's royal guards. So, how tragically did Tai Nanhe die to cause Luo Feng such grief and subsequently bloodshed in the world within worlds? And why did he spare the ninth princess from paying the blood debt for Tai Nanhe's death? With the opening of the world within worlds, the intelligent lifeform Master Wu informed everyone that there were 312 rare treasures hidden by Lord Kabo. To obtain them, one could only use the unique world ores for exchange. As a result, all the major organizations went into a frenzy. What people didn't expect was that the seemingly kind Master Wu was a sinister and perverse old man. He deliberately leaked the information of those exchanging treasures, exposing Luo Feng completely to the ninth princess. Thanks to the self-sacrifice of Tai Nanhe and Ao Gu, and the timely return of their spaceship, the trio narrowly escaped death. However, in the battle of 2 against 1,000, Tai Nanhe didn't even have time to turn around before he was pierced and shredded, leaving no remains. Ao Gu survived by chance, but lost an arm in the process. Upon discovering that the mastermind behind it was the ninth princess, Luo Feng was consumed with rage, unable to hold back his roar, "Brolin, Brolin." Seeing Luo Feng's fury ignite the ferocity of the golden horn beast, Babetta hurriedly advised him. Given their current combat power, confronting Brolin head-on was like striking a stone with an egg. Not only would they fail to avenge Tai Nanhe, but they might also lose their own lives. Moreover, Brolin had countless 9th-level stellar warriors under her command, and the C2-level laser guns were formidable enough to counter even the golden horn beast's true form. Luo Feng understood that patience was the best strategy. Fortunately, after absorbing the life fruits, Mo Yunvine successfully evolved to the universe level, rendering him invincible in the world within worlds. However, with the influx of 2 million stellar-level warriors, Brolin's forces grew stronger by the day. Luo Feng redirected his anger towards the royal guards, manipulating 72 giant vines over 300 kilometers long to instantly claim the lives of many adventurers, seizing millions of world ores in the process. Every time he thought of Brolin, he was filled with fury, wishing to pierce her with Mo Yunvine. But Luo Feng knew that attacking the ninth princess would provoke the wrath of the Black Dragon Mountain Empire upon Earth. Thus, he decided to avoid direct confrontation. After converting all the world ores, he left the world within worlds with 48 treasures. Unexpectedly, on the return journey, Brolin exterminated several universe-level leaders to obtain the password for the inheritance crystal ball. Thanks to Mo Yunvine's quick reaction, Luo Feng was protected and survived. Although filled with anger, Luo Feng knew that the only way to avoid being bullied was to become stronger. Therefore, he and his companions participated in the Universe Genius Battle, gaining fame and fortune, and becoming the Lord of the Milky Way, earning the favor of the Black Dragon Mountain Emperor. When Brolin heard Luo Feng's name again, she no longer dared to underestimate him, replaced by fear and panic. She lived in constant anxiety, fearing Luo Feng's revenge. However, Luo Feng chose to let it go. Firstly, he believed that the ninth princess was no longer a threat, and secondly, killing Brolin would not only lack justification but also bring criticism. Rather than sacrificing his reputation and current status, it was better to let her live in guilt and unease. In Swallowed Star, good subordinates can help you seize resources, protect your home, and even assist in various tasks, making them essential for any journey. At first, Luo Feng and Earth's foundation were weak, so his method of expanding his forces was simple and crude: buying slaves. What slaves did Luo Feng have, and which one was the most helpful? Luo Feng's first purchase of slaves was when he first entered the universe and arrived on the Qiulong star. In the slave market, planetary-level slaves were as common as dogs, and stellar-level slaves were everywhere, making advanced war gods seem insignificant. Luo Feng was tempted and sold his Arc Blade disc for 1.8 million Black Dragon coins, buying 1,016 slaves, including 1,000 9th-level planetary slaves, and 10 first-level stellar slaves, 6 Black Meng tribe slaves, 5th and 7th level spiritual masters, with 3 of each level. Luo Feng named the 6 strongest slaves Meng 1 to Meng 6, with Meng 3 and Meng 6 being female. Unfortunately, these slaves couldn't keep up with Luo Feng's rapid growth. When Tuo Liwu attacked, Meng 1 and Meng 2 could only escort Luo Feng's family into the castle, lacking the strength to face the enemy head-on. Luo Feng's second purchase of slaves occurred during Tuo Liwu's invasion. The Nolan Mountain family sent Tuo Liwu, who, with 80 men, secretly infiltrated Earth and kidnapped Luo Feng's wife, Zhu Xian and brother Luo Hua. Luo Feng contacted the previous slave trader and purchased 8 9th-level stellar slaves. With their help, Luo Feng exposed the Golden Horn Beast and annihilated Tuo Liwu's squad. Among these slaves, 2 were particularly notable, Tai Nanhe and Ao Gu. Tai Nanhe and Ao Gu were immensely helpful to Luo Feng. When Luo Feng, Hong, and Thunder God ventured into the world within worlds, they brought along Tai Nanhe and Ao Gu. They unearthed many thunderstones, exchanging them for life fruits and 2 world master weapons. Upon leaving the exchange point, they were targeted by the 9th Princess's forces, faced with 1,000 9th-level stellar pursuers. Unable to expose the Golden Horn Beast, Luo Feng summoned a C9 class spaceship from his storage, capable of withstanding attacks from 5th or 6th level universe warriors. But there was a distance to the spaceship's hatch, necessitating someone to cover their retreat to ensure their escape. After Tai Nanhe and Ao Gu sacrificed themselves, Tai Nanhe was directly shot into a sieve by a C2 laser gun, while Ao Gu's chest cavity turned into mud all the way down, barely surviving with the help of a wooden ear crystal. Without Tai Nanhe's heroic sacrifice, Luo Feng might not have died, but his good brothers Hong and Thunder God would likely have perished, inevitably exposing the Golden Horn Beast's hidden strength, attracting even more covetous eyes. The last slave Luo Feng purchased was Defan, a 9th-level stellar slave. The slave trader even advised him to buy an 8th-level stellar slave to prevent Defan from breaking through and turning the tables. According to the setting in Swallowed Star, when humans and mechanical races battle, slaves integrated with biological chip technology will be completely controlled. Any attempt to resist will result in immediate death by exploding their heads. However, once they break through to the Domain Lord level, they can break free from chip control. Thus, the highest level of slaves is 9th-level stellar. However, Luo Feng was confident because his teacher, Huyanbo, had 9 immortal slaves. Luo Feng learned Huyanbo's enslaving soul imprint technique, so when he bought Defan, he implanted the soul imprint. Defan was also a valuable assistant to Luo Feng. He not only helped Luo Feng defeat Bai Kaluo, but also taught Luo Hai and Luo Ping. He was a trusted servant to Luo Feng, and his talent was outstanding. After Luo Feng piled resources on him and raised him to the Domain Lord level, he broke through to the Domain Master level even earlier than the genius Bai Kaluo. Unfortunately, by the time Luo Feng was about to subdue the insect nest, ordinary Domain Master level beings could no longer assist him. They had to stay on Earth to protect their families. From then on, Luo Feng no longer bought or sold slaves, but instead controlled soul servants through secret methods. His second controlled soul servant was Bai Kaluo, the strongest disciple of the Nolan Mountain. Luo Feng and Defan intercepted Bai Kaluo, who was causing trouble on Earth, defeated him, and then enslaved him using secret methods. Bai Kaluo's presence was honorary, and later, he and Defan guarded the insect nest on Earth together. Although Huyanbo's secret method could control 9 people, Luo Feng never used the soul imprint secret method after enslaving Defan and Bai Kaluo. Later, Luo Feng exchanged for the soul control secret method from the Virtual Universe Company, theoretically capable of controlling 10,000 servants. After practicing this secret method, Luo Feng returned to Earth to subdue the insect nest left by Huyanbo. The queen of the insect nest, Irina, was a beautiful woman. Before being subdued by Luo Feng, she had already helped him immensely. The Nolan Mountain family invaded Earth several times without deploying their full strength. They didn't even dare to come to Earth themselves, all because they feared a poisonous ball on Earth, the insect nest. It was this deterrence that allowed Luo Feng to grow safely. After Luo Feng subjugated the insect queen, he also created a 1,000,000 elite insect army, which helped him escape the pursuit of the immortal Suika of the mechanical race. On the battlefield outside the domain, Luo Feng was granted the title of Dao River King, subduing the Soul Servant, Heavy Arrow King. He was ambushed by his companion, Sky Formation King, but fortunately, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise as he gained control of the Star Tower. In order to seek revenge on Sky Formation King, Luo Feng subdued 8 peak immortal servants, such as Refining Heart King, Shortweight King, and Iron Flag King, ultimately assembling 10 peak immortal servants. By the end of the novel, in response to the crisis posed by the Domain Beast army to the primitive universe, Luo Feng used the most powerful method of enslavement from the Jin Nation to enslave the Domain Beast Morosa, and then, with the help of the traitor of the Domain Beast, he enslaved 8 Domain Beasts, finally helping Morosa become the Domain Beast King, making him the strongest servant under Luo Feng's command. Almost all of Luo Feng's servants could not keep up with his growth rate and soon left his side. Ironically, the intelligent lifeform Babetta followed Luo Feng for the longest time. She assisted Luo Feng in strategizing, solving Earth's crisis, and planning his path to growth. Luo Feng also returned the favor, not only helping Babetta find a suitable mechanical body on the battlefield outside the domain, but also buying the mechanical race's treasure, the heart of machinery, allowing Babetta to cultivate. After becoming the Lord of the Universe, Luo Feng reversed time and resurrected his teacher Huyanbo. Babetta chose to follow Huyanbo again. Of course, as the protagonist continued to grow stronger, he was destined to be lonely. If he couldn't endure this loneliness, how could he aspire to the peak and become the strongest in the universe?